Welcome back, Proppers. Today's project will be the Flying Gremlin. As with many of my projects, I'll be creating this on the fly using no template. I begin by freehanding a rough sketch, starting with the head so I can get a comparable size for the body. As you can see here, I'm using a picture on my tablet as a model. When I'm satisfied with the size and shape of the head, I freehand sketch one half of the body, encompassing everything except the wing. When I'm satisfied with that, I use my X-Acto knife to cut that half section out of 6mm EVA foam. My usual procedure is to fold that first section over to get a mirror image for the other side. In this case, I'm going to trace out that image and then utilize that to make the other side. After tracing out the image, I use a large needle to transfer it onto the other side of the EVA foam. It's very important to be very careful during this procedure because it's very easy to misalign your pinpoints and get an inaccurate representation of your lines. After the other side is properly sketched out, the X-Acto knife is used to cut out the entire image. This project will be done in several layers. The second layer will be out of 4mm EVA foam, and it'll encompass everything except the tendons for the wings. The third layer will be 10mm EVA foam, and it will be the head without the ears and the torso. The three layers will be attached with contact cement, the 10mm up front, the 6mm in the center, and the 4mm in the back. You can disregard the little arms coming out of his sides. That didn't work out for me, so I had to reconfigure it later. Another layer of 6mm EVA foam is cut out for the arms and legs for the front. This will keep them slightly recessed from the 10mm torso. The entire project is then smoothed and rounded with my Dremel rotary tool. Don't forget to mask up to protect those lungs. Equally important, don't forget to press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and press that bell notification. After doing all that sanding, I still decided to skin the entire project with foam clay. When you're working on the fly without a set plan, you're going to end up making a lot of unnecessary steps. But it's all a part of the learning process. To keep this from getting too messy, I'm going to let the foam clay set up on the body a bit before I start on the arms. I even skinned those stubby little arms that I'll end up cutting off later. A bit of foam clay is rolled into a ball to create the face. A couple of indentations are made for the eye socket, and a cavity is made for the mouth. Yes, I know he has a nice smile. Looks like somebody you'd like to hang out with, but don't you sleep on him. Don't you dare. Time to cut off those stubby little arms that I worked so hard on. The new arms will be made out of 4mm EVA dowels. After bending the dowel into the position I want, I lock it in with some instant glue. The dowels are then attached to its rightful position on the shoulder, not out of his sides. Some more foam clay is used to create projection on his stomach and chest. I know all of you are great supporters of mine, and you've already purchased your copy of my book, Inherent Evil. Don't forget to leave a review. The next edition of my action adventure series will be coming out later this year. Ignore the extra detail you see on the stomach and chest. It didn't make it through the drying process, so I had to take other steps later. The wings will be made from 2mm EVA foam. It's fashioned after the wings of a bat, and each of the tendons point directly toward one of the points at the end of the wing. The body is then carefully attached to the wings with contact cement. After trimming the excess material from the wings, foam clay is used to create the detail on the chest and stomach. Foam clay is also used to thicken the brow around the eyes. I use the X-Acto knife to notch out detail inside the ear. And then foam clay is used to smooth out the notches. The feet are then cut off to be repositioned at the proper angle. After trimming the feet down and creating the claws, they are attached to the legs with contact cement. The Dremel rotary tool is used for the final formation. My USB soldering iron has conked out, so I have to pull out my corded one to accentuate the detailing inside the ear. More foam clay is used to create the nose and the spike detailing around the head. The edges of the wing that connect to the body are sanded down to a smooth transition with the Dremel rotary tool. I wanted to create a network of veins inside the wings. My usual procedure would be to use the USB soldering iron, but with 2mm EVA foam it would burn right through. So I utilized some thin pieces of twine. I attached those pieces of twine with contact cement. They were a little thicker than I actually liked. Later on in the process, I found that after painting, I could remove them and still get that veinish look. His little stubby hands were fashioned out of 6mm EVA foam. The hands and claws were formed with the Dremel rotary tool before being attached to the arms with instant glue. Instant glue was also used to lock a curved position into the hands. With the entire body completed, the project was given one coat of gray Plasti Dip and one coat of white Plasti Dip. Standardly, I would use a base of heirloom white spray paint. Unfortunately, I don't have it in stock, so I'm going to have to use quite a bit of my Liquitex unbleached titanium. I started by using my new King Art mop brush, but found out that that wasn't the right tool for this particular job. So I went back to my trusty Utrex. After that first coat, I removed the twine vein feature. At this point, only from the back of the wings. A light veinish image was left instead of that heavy raised feature. I went back to my mop brush for a dark wash of the entire project. For that, I used Liquitex Raw Sienna. The King Art mop brushes work perfectly for washes and dry brushing. The second wash was for the wings only, and for that I used Liquitex Red Oxide. I tried to keep the outline where the arms meet the wings a little lighter. For the third and final wash for the wings, I used Burnt Umber. A lighter wash of that same burnt umber was used to darken the body. The burnt umber is also used to create the shadow features. The inside of the mouth was colored with a light mixture of yellow and red, and once again the burnt umber was used to surround the eyes and create the dotted feature around the entire body. The twine was then removed from the front of the wings, leaving the imprint of the veins. And a needle was used to put light touches of red inside the imprints. The tips of toothpicks were used to make the teeth. A slit was made in the gum line with the X-Acto knife, and the toothpicks were sealed in with instant glue. The teeth were painted white, and the eyes were attached with hot glue. This marks the end of this project. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel. Also, press the bell notification so you'll know when each new project is uploaded. Once again, I'm reminding you to not miss out and get your copy of my book, Inherent Evil. The second edition of my action-adventure series will be coming out later this year, and I'll be sure to let you know. I appreciate your support and patronage, and I'm looking forward to bringing you years of new and exciting projects.